It sees it.
Okay. It sees it.
Well, no, I see a notification for it. I don't see it.
Is it live? It has
Is
to
it
be.
live?
I don't see anything yet.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I see
saw
James'
me.
face on there.
I don't see anything yet. All right.
Wow.
Oh man, that's funny.
Okay, that was weird. There was like streamception.
Streamception.
What's up, guys? Episode 40 of the Planet Nintendo podcast. Let's see what is on the menu eventually. So we're going to be giving our PN picks. We are going to be talking about some of our favorite Nintendo crossovers. Switch games not 100% complete. We will talk about that and the biggest problem upcoming for the Switch. So, like always, I'm joined by the best co-host in all the land, Joe. Joe after work. What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, homie? I was getting ready to do the intro and everything. I was ready. I'll do acapella on that.
Yeah, we should have. And joined for the 20th time ever, James. James Johnson.
Hi, it's me. Oh, you doxing my whole full name?
Damn.
It flows, man. Sassy Johnson. I like it.
Sassy Johnson.
So what's up, guys? What have you been playing lately? We'll just roll into PN picks. Joe is the only one not playing Fortnite. So what have you been playing?
I played a little bit of it on the side while you guys were doing the MUB 1 year anniversary. I played like 2 matches and I was like, I'm good. But outside of that, Musinks, man, that game has got its hooks on me. It's a rhythm game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you everyone knows my love for rhythm games, and I think even more so now that I've done like 2 3-hour streams of it. That and Yeez. I started up New Game Plus. That game is it's another one. I'm just like, I'm so happy that it came out, and I got my collector's edition here. Came a whole day early. I'm so happy.
Oh man, that looks nice.
Yeah.
James, what about you, man?
Well, my girlfriend forced me to go get Mario Tennis, so I did, and I also got Minecraft. I got Minecraft while I was there. Minecraft has a physical now, so I had to get the Minecraft physical.
Dedicated wham.
And instead of playing Mario Tennis like I wanted to, you asked people to play Fortnite, so I did that. Yeah.
So, have you been playing it?
I mean, a little bit. Not the story mode yet. I wanted to stream it, but whatever.
Yeah. It's pretty tough, man. Welcoming the people, kind of scurrying their way in. Joey, what's up? Pop Camp, Robert Bear, Nicole Sullivan, Zombie Dude. Why am I saying people's whole names? Josh, I think that's Janicorn. Yes, Fortnite has been awesome. And Crashy is in the stream right now.
Crashy got Minecraft.
Oh, man. 10 minutes ago. Did you get the physical or are you Mind Quack? Pop Camp, what's up, man?
Mind Quack.
So we usually start with some PN picks. So, Joe, do you have any hidden gems that are out or about to come out or what?
Man, I mean, I saved Yeez for last week, so I'm not going to say Yeez again, but really Musinks, man. If anyone out there is into rhythm games, that game, it's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge you for sure. Just the layout of it. You can go touchscreen with it in handheld mode as well, which is kind of nice. But this is much more challenging than Super Beat Sonic, which is another game that came out earlier this year. Might have even been late last year. I can't really remember. It's kind of blurry now. But another solid rhythm game. And this one, it challenges you in the sense that you can actually kind of like in Guitar Hero, they had this more so in Rock Band. I don't think Guitar Hero really had it. But where if you were just off enough on a note as you're like, trying to sync up everything, if you don't have sound enhancer on, then you'll actually hear like how off you are. And it kind of really forces you to make sure that you're hitting the notes on time. And then you can bounce between 4 keys and 6 keys. So it's 4 buttons or 6 buttons. And the difficulty between the two is just like, it's a huge difference.
Now, when you're playing those games, I'm assuming you're playing them in handheld mode, right?
I will say I played most of it just on streams, but I played for about like an hour and a half yesterday on handheld, and it is so much easier to read the notes on handheld screen than it is on the TV screen.
Okay.
And that might just be me needing to, how you used to like calibrate some of those rhythm games.
Yeah.
This is like 2006, 2007 now. I think I might have to do that. But yeah, oh my gosh, so much better on handheld mode. And this is a game that you like need to play with Joy-Cons, because if you do it with a D-pad, what? If you do it with a D-pad, you're just like sliding this all over the place, and it's just more room for error on a D-pad than it actually is on the Joy-Cons.
Okay. Daniel Reza, what's up, man? Skip Bayless. Isn't he like a guy on ESPN? What's up, man? Sad Fortnite is popular, but Xenoblade isn't. I don't know if I would say that. Jams, anything else besides Mario Tennis, or you just haven't been playing too much?
Hidden gems.
Yeah, some stuff. Maybe some stuff that's coming out.
I got a fucking hidden gem open here.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Like Monster High, 13 wishes, guys.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
I wrote 4 pages on that bad boy.
Jeez.
I'm so done. I gotta let the cat out. I'll be right back. I can't hear this.
You guys want another hidden gem?
We want another.
Zumba Fitness, baby.
Zumba Fitness. Oh,
and
man.
what's that? It's not in here? I can only wonder why.
Oh my god, is that a Zumba?
It is. So I have a game that I want to put some light on. From the creators of Slime Sand, they are publishing a new game called Spirit Sphere DX. I have a full-on review that's coming out soon, but they're publishing it. I forgot the company that's actually making it, but it's so fun, and they gave me a review copy. It's coming out early July, I think July 2nd. So it's pretty good. Joshy, no problem, man. And yeah, I feel like it's weird because when Nintendo first-party games come out, usually everyone buys them. But I feel like Mario Tennis has been a little bit hit and miss for people. I think people are kind of occupied with Fortnite, but I feel like that might be a hidden gem, man. I really like that game. It's for a sports game. There's a bunch of things coming out that there's not a lot to do in it. There's a lot of content missing, which we'll actually get to in a little bit. But I'm having fun with it, man. The mechanics they're fun.
I'm sorry. Did you just call Mario Tennis a hidden gem?
It's weird, man. It's weird, but it's true. No one's playing it on my friends list. What the heck?
I think the real hidden gem is your cat, Pat. I love it.
He's a beauty, man. That's he doesn't give one single. Okay. So let's go into Joe's topic first, man. What do you have for today?
Yeah. Franchise crossovers between doesn't have to be Nintendo related, but my topic was I figured I hadn't done something that's like outside the normal news stuff that we normally catch up on here on the show, so I decided to change it up a bit, and I wanted to talk about what are your guys' like favorite character crossovers or cameos in other video games that they normally wouldn't belong in. So like for me, so that way you guys have an example. For me, it would be Link's Awakening, where you had Goombas, you had Anti-Kirby in there, you had a Yoshi doll as like a collectible. There was like so many different references to like other Nintendo characters in that game. Mm-hmm. And it's like something you wouldn't expect at all early on in the Game Boy life cycle, or just in general. So that's my favorite thing. So I'd like to know what you guys get inside your guys' heads.
I can only imagine the games that Jams have played. Any crossovers, Jams?
Yeah, and it's a pretty good one. How dare you think less of me? Super Mario RPG. You could run into Link and Samus. And I think
they're sleeping, right?
They're sleeping. Yeah,
that's
right.
Like
after an adventure, Link is like, "Oh, I'm tired" or something. I think he actually has a speech bubble in that game too. It might be Navi or something, but no, it's too early.
That's funny.
No, I think he actually talks in that game, which is crazy. But yeah, I love that crossover. I can't think of one else on the top of my head, but yeah.
Now, when you're saying crossovers, is it just a Nintendo character appearing in another game, or does it have to be 2 Nintendo games?
No, it doesn't have to be 2 Nintendo games at all. It doesn't even have to be Nintendo related. I was just giving.
Oh, okay.
Like that was my thing.
There's one in particular. I keep looking at the chat. There's one in particular. GameCube days, Soul Calibur. When you first saw Link in that game, man, that was so.
Oh
great.
My god, that's right.
I loved that shit.
GameCube days.
And he actually played really well. It didn't it seemed perfectly balanced. That was a real cool one. Also, Punch Out on the Wii. I really liked when they put Donkey Kong as one of the bosses. I thought that was really cool. And then I don't know if you would count it, but that ref in the NES game looks an awful like Mario. So I don't know.
Mario is in a lot of NES games.
Yeah, dude.
This is true.
Like Dr. Mario. Can you believe he's in that game?
Link in Soul Calibur got me to not play as Ivy in that game. Only I would rock Ivy all the time.
That's my girl, Joe. Back up.
Oh, whoa. Hey, I think we're
I
gonna
play
have to fight.
Cervantes.
Soul Calibur 6. Cervantes.
Soul Calibur 6.
Oh my god.
Why is
Ivy
that game coming to the
Cervantes?
Switch, dude?
Isn't Ivy Cervantes' daughter?
I don't know. I don't know the lore at all.
There's lore.
Yeah, I mean, she might call him daddy, but yeah.
Oh my god.
How do you guys feel about the way? I mean, we can look back at this game now; it's like a year later. But how do you think Mario Rabbids was? That was a pretty ambitious crossover. We got a lot of flack.
That's what I think.
What?
Damn.
I just
That
burped.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Daughter Ivy. Boom. It is. I just looked it up.
He was really stalling for that one. Damn. I enjoyed it. That crossover made no sense to me whatsoever, and it worked. And yeah. I enjoyed it from beginning to end, that entire thing, up until the final boss, which I won't spoil the final boss because I think that's probably the most badassery that happens in that game.
Sluggo Media, Jojo, Little Nightmare. What's up, man? I feel like they handled it pretty well, man. I don't know what Ubisoft did. They had a few too many drinks with Miyamoto, but that's kind of like, what kind of incentive did Nintendo have joining Rabbids? Like, it's still like so weird, man.
I mean, we're in a place where Nintendo's getting daring with their, well, not daring, but like a little more loose with it. I mean, we're seeing Star Fox and oh my gosh, Starlink, which by the way, I got to see the Treehouse time with it, where they weren't showing Smash for like 52 times. Game looks good. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be great or anything like that, but it got me like not worried about my pre-order right now. Like I was like, okay, I can mess with this. I suggest anybody looking at the gameplay, just look at the gameplay. It's not gonna hurt. It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be amazing, but it's definitely worth a pickup now that Fox is in it. I will admit that. Jojo, I never said I enjoyed the game, but it's definitely a nice crossover. It was good. It was good. I don't know if I'm crazy.
Rabbids. Sorry.
Rabbids. Yeah. But yeah, a couple people that went to E3. What's up?
I mean, calling it garbage is kind of, never mind.
Damn, you really didn't like it, Jens. I didn't know this.
Ooh. Chris, what's up, man?
No, I liked it. He called it garbage.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into those kind of games, I don't know. I just can't, like, the pacing is way off for me on those games. Strategy
and getting good, Pat. What's wrong?
Yeah. It's only for, smart people like me and Joe.
Yeah. Says the one who just played Monster High.
Oh my God.
Dude, you have to have intelligence to play that game.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you not see the intricacies of this?
I do. I will soon, actually. I'm assuming that's your next review.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
PopCamp. I ask myself that every day. I don't know why. That'd be nice. So next topic I want to go into is Switch games not being 100% complete. Now, there are DLCs, things like that extend the game, but we've seen it with ARMS and now Mario Tennis, where the game isn't really done. There are still characters that are scheduled to come out. And the way that Mario Tennis is doing this is through online tournaments, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I wanted to throw it to you guys because some people are on the fence. They're kind of like, well, I like it because I can revisit this game and it keeps me interested. But other people are like, well, I'm paying $60. Why are you keeping content out? So I will start with Jams on this one. How do you like this new approach to some of Nintendo's games? Are they scared that people aren't going to play these for long, or like why are they doing this, man?
Well, the thing is, most of them are free, and usually when a company does this, they want you to spend money on it. So I don't really mind it, honestly. Especially, I mean, maybe with ARMS, it was maybe balancing issues. And with Mario Tennis, is probably just to get people to play the game, honestly. But
yeah,
if it's free, then it shouldn't matter. And like something with like the Octoling expansion, I'm sure that was done after it was all complete. And they're like, let's try to do some DLC, and that's why they charge money for it. And that's pretty substantial compared to like, oh, here's a character for free.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, like you brought up Splatoon 2. Like, I know that we got the big DLC, but when you first bought Splatoon 2, there was no there was like half the levels that we have now, like even guns and stuff like that. Significant amount of updates for that game. Joe, why do you think they're doing this, man? Do you like it?
I like the fact that most of this stuff that they've been giving us is free. Even when Splatoon 2 came out, I don't recall people, and again, this might not be because I'm like fully invested in the Splatoon 2 community or anything like that, but I don't recall anyone being negative about the amount of maps on there. I felt like people enjoyed the game for what it was, and were looking forward to some of the weapons and stages that were coming out. Again, someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I didn't hear a lot of negativity around it, is what I'm getting at. I don't personally, for me, I necessarily don't mind if they're going to keep updating it that way and giving free updates. The best thing I can relate it to that's outside of Nintendo is Monster Hunter World, where they have these events where you have a chance to encounter a rare monster that's only out for a limited time, and like you can, you defeat this monster a certain amount of times, get their materials, and you can get like a Ryu outfit out of it or something like that. But it's only within like the week and a half that event lasts, and then it's gone. But they're going to be rotating it out, so it's not always going to be gone forever. So if that's the case with these characters, where, hey, for the next 2 weekends, you're going to be able to get Birdo or something like that. If the way I'm understanding this is right from what you just explained, we're not paying for the DLC, but it's going to be an event where we can get the character through a tournament.
Yeah. So the first tournament is, I think, July 1st, and it runs probably like a weekend or something. And I think if you participate in that, similar to the classic Mario costume that everyone got if they played the demo, Koopa Troopa, I think it is, will be the first one that's unlocked. For me, I kind of think of like legacies of games, and when forever people are going to look up reviews of these games, and the people that are doing these reviews have the game at launch and have everything that wasn't updated in. Crashy saying the Splatoon community is satisfied. I think we're satisfied now, but before, I remember Salmon Run had one map. There wasn't a lot of maps with multiplayer, and at first the question of 1.5 was a lot bigger than it is now. Of course, now the game is loaded with stuff, but when it first came out, I feel like it hurts the legacy a little bit, because like games, on the N64 and GameCube were complete. We didn't have updates back then, and people still play them. Like, I just played Mario Party 2 before this stream, and like, I feel like it's a lot better to have a game with everything in it at launch. I mean, you can always do DLCs and stuff like that, but is it like, are people just scared now that like people are only going to play them for like a month and never revisit? Like it's never been the case before, man.
We're in a weird time, man, where like, all right, games have not gone up in price, unless you're counting like collector's editions and stuff like that. We're still keeping the $60 value, and in order to keep the game alive and going, people coming back to it, or maybe getting in new people, they have to find ways, and this goes not just for Nintendo, but for any company nowadays, where they're bringing in more and more content to that game to keep people coming back. Not necessarily for the people that already have spent the $60, but for the newcomers. Like you mentioned Splatoon 2 feeling pretty empty when it launched, compared to now where it's got everything. If someone were to buy it now, like they'd have so much content they don't even know what to do with, and plus a potential expansion if they want to continue the story mode stuff, if they choose to do so, just to get the extra goodies after you beat that game, to then show it off in multiplayer to be like, yeah, I beat this Dark Souls DLC right here. Like, so I feel like a lot of games are going to have that games as service model. It's up to Nintendo, however, to find what works best for them. Not every method's going to work, but they got to experiment at some point, because this is all still new to them.
Yeah. Like,
do you think Mario Party's going to be that way too?
I hope not, man.
I have a feeling. I can see it. It's like,
oh, here's a new map.
They'll bring back all the Mario Party maps, though. No,
yeah,
that would be cool. Like if there's just like extra stuff. But like I think Mario Tennis Aces has like 16 characters when you begin, which I feel is like a pretty good amount. I like the tournament thing, and it's good that they're giving you things like the Splatfest. I always didn't like the outcome of it, because yeah, your team won, but it's not like you're getting anything. It's just bragging rights, or like, I mean, you get in-game items, but it's nothing like cosmetic or anything. Like you don't get the shirt or something like that. So
yeah,
I like the idea. It's just, I mean, and yeah, Rybo brought up a good point. I forgot to mention that everyone is going to get this. So if you buy this game after July, you're still going to get this character. I think it just comes later.
Okay.
So, yeah, you do get snails. That's right. You get snails. Potentially perfect. What's up, man?
Mario Party Ultimate.
What?
Jojo put, guys, this isn't Mario Party Ultimate.
Mario Party, leave my Mario Party alone, man. Just give me all the boards, give me all the characters.
But you said
all of them.
80 mini games or something like that, you said, or whatever?
80 mini games, dude. That's a lot.
That's a hell of a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean,
I just want Dry Bones as a character. That's all I need.
Yeah. That's a deal breaker for Jams.
Yeah. If he's not in there, like I don't even know why I bought Mario Tennis. He's not even a character in there.
Not yet, Jams.
Wasn't he
not
confirmed
yet.
to be?
Believe.
He's not in it. Where's Shy Guy?
I don't know, man. I don't know. JD, that's a pretty good point too. How is Mario Party not fully online? I mean, the big thing is the mini games. So, but even 80 mini games can kind of get stale after a while. I think that we should get at least one online board or something like that. I don't think that would be that hard to do. But,
I mean, my thought is probably people probably just don't want to deal with the roll the dice and do the points thing, maybe, or like thinking on like what Nintendo is thinking, like just give them the mini games.
Yeah, but that is, I'm not directing this at JD or anything, but that is not a valid complaint about Mario Party. It's never been online, so it looks good. Just take this, guys.
Let us have this one.
Let us have this.
Is it Monopoly online?
Is it?
I could find out. I have it.
I don't do Monopoly. That's a great. No, I wouldn't say great. I have to stop using great. Monopoly is a good game on the Switch. I like it a lot. You can shake the Joy-Con. You can feel the dice.
Oh, yeah.
Feel the dice.
20, I think. $20,
yeah.
man.
That's what I did.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! There's a download for it. Ugh.
What update is possibly needed?
You should look into that. There'd be some good updates for that game. All right, and then the main attraction for today, the Switch is facing a big problem. Now, we talked about this before on the podcast. The third-party problem of the Switch. Now, I really thought about this when I was watching everyone else's E3 conferences, and it seems like all these companies are looking to the future, and they're making like next-gen games. Even third-party are announcing games that are coming out years from now. And when the Switch came out, it was the power of the Switch is already one console behind. I feel like we can all agree on that. Like it's nowhere near PS4, Xbox One. So I think that in a year or two, and this is what we're going to maybe debate about or talk about, I think the Switch has an uphill battle in terms of third-party games. We talked a couple episodes ago about like, now we know what a Switch game looks like that mech game, the robot game. It's very stylized. The Switch can handle it. But going forward, do you guys think the Switch is in trouble in terms of getting exciting and new third-party games? I'll start with Joe on this one, man.
I mean, I don't think at the moment we have a third-party problem. There's a freaking crapload of games this past like week and a half. It's been nuts. But I get what you're saying with like the tech getting more and more increased and getting better, powerful, stronger, and people understanding the PS4 and the Xbox One 3 iterations of it and how all those work and making those using the most of the hardware that they have there. And then you have the Switch where, yeah, it's you know, it might not be the biggest, baddest boy on the block when it comes to power, but everyone is still asking, is this game coming out to Switch? Is always the question with a lot of these games. I mean, Pat, even you tweeted out a joke during E3 week.
The theme of E3.
E3 was, but is it on Switch? It's kind of true. I feel like it's too early to say, although maybe the writing is on the wall that this iteration of the Switch at least might not be able to handle some of that stuff. But I feel like this is where third-party developers are going to outsource and find ways to compensate for the Switch, so that way they can get it on there in some form or fashion. I mean, we saw it with Bethesda, and they seem to be all in on this. They haven't announced Doom Eternal for Switch, but I can only imagine that that game will end up at Switch at some point. Last year, we talked about games eventually kind of like getting a same-day release, hopefully around this year, and I'm going to tread back on that. I don't think that's ever going to happen, especially with the hardware and how the Switch version seemed to need to get some sort of downgrade even time. I mean, even a JRPG game like Ys has some graphical differences between the PS4 and the Switch versions. Not by much, but it is noticeable enough, even down to like the distances. Even Fortnite, which I wouldn't have guessed, but like playing it on Saturday for a bit, I noticed I got a sniper rifle, and like I noticed the view distance when you're zooming in is just like non-existent. Like textures do not load when you're trying to like zoom out in certain areas. It's like, whoa, okay, that's new.
Yeah, Fortnite is a significant difference. We got to address some stuff here, man, because Skip Bayless is saying third-party games do not sell consoles. Look at Xbox. Now, Mr. Jams is the Wii U king right here, and the Wii U is a perfect example of why you need third-party support, because the Wii U has one of the best libraries, solid first-party games, and we can all say, like, Nintendo games sell Nintendo consoles, but at the end of the day, you need some games that are going to supplement that. Jams, Wii U.
What about it?
He's like the drunk uncle.
I agree with Twin.
The Switch and the Wii U having a similar problem in the future?
Nah. Oh God, I don't know. This is a loaded question because the Wii U in its first, pretty much only in its first year, had a good run of third-party support. Like Darksiders 2 came out for it, 2 Call of Duties, a whole bunch of stuff like that. And you're not
Call of Duties on Switch. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
On Wii U.
I know we have Call of Duties on Wii U and not on Switch. Just look at that. It's just the ones that came out on, because the Wii U I feel like was closer to, I mean, like obviously Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yep.
Then the PS4 and the Xbox One came out, and it just fell behind, and then everyone moved on from it. And then the same thing is happening again with Nintendo, and they had no choice but to release this mid console generation. And now it's almost over, according to Sony. It's almost over. And the next gen is obviously going to be more powerful than the Switch, because the Switch is almost, I mean, I don't know much about internals, but I'm sure it's close to PS4 and Xbox One. Mm-hmm. Unless they revise the Switch, like a new Nintendo Switch, but don't name it that. I feel like it probably will happen, because this is a hot take right here, but most of the third-party support we're getting for the Switch is less, I don't know, less.
It's not a hot take. I think it's. I think I agree with you on this.
I'm trying to get the words out, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I will
like
just
it's like a downgrade almost. You mean?
Yes. Yeah.
It is a significant downgrade.
Yeah. Or a port, like you know, the one that I don't know why this is coming to my head so much, but the Mega Man Legacy Collection, like obviously that can come to the Switch because it's easy to port over.
Exactly. Sure. And I think what you're trying to get at is like developers are going to have to pick and choose what games to put on the Switch, because if I'm a developer and you can think of this like, you know, making a painting and like, you know, putting your game on the Switch it's going to look worse. It's going to run worse. You're going to have to sacrifice some things. The Switch has 32 gigs of storage. So that alone, like most games on the Xbox that are new that I'm downloading are like 50, 60 gigs, and you have to compress it, and you're going to see the difference. Now the third-party support, and everyone was praising Bethesda. I'm gonna take a shot at our boys Bethesda right now. They gave us 2 mobile games for third-party support that they announced at E3. And fuckers. I mean, that's my fear. And Bethesda's like, you know,
what
the
was
number
the second
one
mobile game.
It was the Elder Scrolls
Legends
or something.
That's coming out to Switch.
Yeah, it's also coming iPhone or like that.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So we got Fallout Shelter and then the Elder Scrolls game. I mean, I'm not expecting Fallout 76 to come over, but it would be nice to get some games. And even the third-party games that we have got, they're not the newest games. Like Payday 2, it's great fun, but it's like, what, 20... I don't even know. Skyrim 2011 game, LA Noire 2011 game. They're going to have to pick and choose, and I don't think people are buying the Switch to play Call of Duties and what is it, 2010?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty old.
It's pretty old.
That's pretty old.
But you know what, Pat? Regardless of what we're saying right now, people are buying them. I mean, we're buying them. Like the Brotherhood was formed out of Payday 2. All the indie games that have been coming out, they've been on other consoles. People are still buying them. Like it's insane. Oh, we got intelligent jams going on here. Look at that. Look at that sexy Clark Kent going on.
I just want to fucking see. God damn it.
I like it. Potentially perfect. Our boy Delapo. Digital Foundry said a while ago that a supplementary device could boost the Switch in docked mode, so an upgrade could happen. I mean, it could. we could definitely have.
I think it's inevitable. It's just a matter of when. I think it might be too soon though.
Yeah. In a lot there, we have seen like, was it Resident Evil? They've done a cloud version. That could possibly be the future of third-party games.
That pissed me off.
In my life.
And I don't know. I just feel like it's something that you're going to see a year or two from now, and you're going to start seeing people shy away a little bit. We will get the Mega Man Legacy collections. We will get some other stylized Switch games, but it's not like we're going to get like anything crazy. I mean, like Paladins and Fortnite, like those are good games. Those are good third-party games. I could definitely, even though people have, I think even the developers have shot it down, but like games like Overwatch and stuff like that, like those are stylized games that could come over.
Yeah.
But yeah. Or were you going to say anything else, Joe?
I was going to say, oh crap, I opened up OBS. I want to say something.
Do it. Hit us.
Hot take.
This isn't a hot take. There is some hope. I have to clean them. There is some hope because Square, I love Square. They're retarded a lot, but I love them. And they have created a team solely for Switch games. Because they probably project that Octopath is going to do really well. And they are dedicated a single team to Switch games, so that's pretty substantial. You know?
Yeah, I mean that Bravely Default team is working on Project Octopath, so that's that. I mean, Square, at least for the most part, has like always had some sort of integration with Nintendo when it came to the handhelds. I mean, one aside from the fallout with N64, we came back a little bit with GameCube and we DS, 3DS for sure. They're dedicated, and I think that there's a particular style with a lot of games that do big on Nintendo consoles, but the Switch is like a whole other beast. And I get what you're saying with getting some more third-party developers on board, like your 2K with Rockstar and whatnot, and the whole rumor last year of GTA 5 maybe someday hitting the Switch or something like that. Yeah, but that also goes back to what you're saying about it being a 2011 game and it going on Switch. I think until it doesn't work, they're gonna keep doing it until people stop buying these games, these ports. It's gonna keep happening. Like we're on our way to getting another port in Captain Toad right now in July, and then our next new game isn't until technically October, unless you want to count the expansion for Xenoblade in September. Yeah,
and saying again, Skip saying nobody buys a console to play third-party games. I bought a Switch for Xenoblade. I love third-party games, man. I could list off a bunch right now, but it also helps Nintendo because they can supplement their big releases with all these JRPG games that
Joe's bought. I'm gonna just leave this right here.
Perfect.
Hold on. No, third-party games are great, dude. And you cannot tell me that the best way to play like Mega Man Legacy is like handheld on a Nintendo console. Like it's just there's just certain games that I want to play on my Switch that I don't want to play on my Xbox. So there is something there to be said for third-party games. Right. And I was also shocked that games like Madden wasn't announced. Like I feel like that could easily run. It was on the Wii U. It's been on every Nintendo console. Maybe next year.
One on the Wii U.
Yeah, that's right. I actually have it too. It's terrible.
Madden 13.
I think it's a matter of time. Yeah. I mean, you got to remember also, like the Madden team, any sports team, they're working around the clock. They have like a 9-month life cycle to like get these games out.
Yeah.
So to also come out with another version to downgrade it. I mean, unless you're FIFA, where there's still PS2 versions of that game coming out, like there's usually limited manpower with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and then I think Rybo asked a bit ago predictions on Panic Button's rumored game for the Switch coming out. They did Doom, and didn't they also do Skyrim, or was
Rocket League?
Rocket League. Okay.
Yeah, so, two completely different games. So at least they're a pretty damn versatile team.
Yeah. I've been saying like Evil Within makes
dude. Good. Oh my god!
That'd be great, man.
I'll lose my crap. If it's like anything along those lines. Like I was trying to think, because Evil Within was like one of those that was up there for me last year. I was like, oh please, like I still have to play part 2, but like I would love to run through that game again and go through all the DLC if it came to Switch. See, they got me. I'm the problem, Pat. I'm the problem. I found it.
James, any Panic Button predictions? They pretty much port anything, right? They're not like a certain.
Probably
doesn't sound like it. I mean, that's Psyonix with Rocket League and Bethesda with Doom.
And Rocket League was a pretty good port, but it's a noticeable difference too. So
I want.
I don't know. Watch Dogs.
Oh my god.
Oh man. With the first one,
you just bought that on the Wii U the other day, Pat.
I just bought that on the
worst version. Good job.
Hey man.
I mean, they said it's a big announcement. You think it's something that they're trying to launch for same day release with like it being a brand new game?
Star Fox Zero.
Oh my god, no, please stop.
I'm telling
that in the trash. Burn it.
Coming out.
Bury it 6 feet under.
It's kind of exciting though. I would like for them to bring over a shooter though. I always like playing shooters on this. I was going to do another topic, but that might be for another day.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
I was going to say like Fortnite has obviously been a giant success, and it's even, I mean, like just looking at play times, like the last 10 days, I think I put like 35 hours in.
Yeah, you monster.
The market for Nintendo has changed, like especially for the Switch. The marketing has been completely different. They're marketing towards like young adults and people in their early 30s and women going out for lunch that have a Pokeball Plus. I don't know what that was about, but should Nintendo focus more on mature games, or should they make some mature games of their own? Multiplayer, they're doing multiplayer games, but like, you know, more mature.
They have a mature game series.
What is that?
Bayonetta,
but that's
Mario teaches typing. That's
Mario
pretty mature.
Teaches typing. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think the rating matters as much as the story that they're trying to convey with whatever it is. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, Metroid's a T-rated game for the most part.
Yep.
Maybe this one becomes the first M-rated Metroid game. M for Metroid. I don't know. There's your marketing plug right there.
It's gonna be teen. Don't even kid yourself.
Yeah. Wait, did you say E?
Teen.
Oh, teen. Samus is going to Planet Zemus again. What's gonna happen? Find out. Whoa.
Maybe E10 plus. Maybe.
E10 plus. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, then they can't take her out of the suit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Too sexy.
I'm not saying that Nintendo should make like their own battle royale game. It's just like it's very eye-opening when you see all the games that are out now. I mean, Fortnite is a special case because that's a game where it's like globally taken over. Like everyone's playing that, and it's free. That's another thing. But like maybe they start to look more mature. I mean, they do have some.
They do a visual novel.
Pub encounter.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But have it with like the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's like you're Princess Peach, and it's like
trying to hook up with Toads.
Toad, Mario, Bowser, Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario. And you have different scenarios where you're trying to gain their love. And oh my god.
Yeah, we really need a mature Animal Crossing.
Mature Animal Crossing.
Jesus Christ.
You get like prostitutes and shit. It'd basically be like Grand Theft Auto, but without licensing.
Oh my god, that's why I didn't bring it up on the show. But going back to the panic button, Delapo says Division 2. I think Division would be a great game to bring over, man. That's like another great multiplayer, like squad kind of like that would be a perfect game.
I'd dive right back in.
Aren't they doing Wolfenstein 2? Or is that Bethesda doing the Switch version?
I think it's Bethesda. I want to say it's Bethesda.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder how that game's gonna sell too, because you can buy that game right now for $20 on Xbox.
And I begrudgingly.
I'm probably gonna skip that one. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
we got some.
It's a
Is
dicey
full
thing.
price? It's $60.
It's
$60.
It's 60.
It is 60.
It's 60.
That's a hard sell, dude.
It's a very hard sell.
There's
South
no
Park was
multiplayer. That's right. Yeah.
And I didn't buy it because it was $60. So I was like,
bro,
I bought this game on sale.
I bought it twice. I bought it for the Xbox and the PS4. I'm not buying it a third time.
Yeah. It's $40 now, so it's like, okay, that's more reasonable.
Yeah.
For a game that's been out for a year. But Wolfenstein, I'd been waiting patiently, so I'm like, all right, no, I have to do this. Like, I'm buying this.
Patient.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for SNK. That's all I'm waiting for, man.
Heroines or 40th?
Heroines, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My boy.
Like, I would love to see in the chat what fighting game people are gonna get, because there's a ton coming out, and I feel like you only really have like 2 to get good at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
unless you're Sonic Fox, that dude's a beast.
Because there's Dragon Ball Z coming out. There's
which got a date.
Oh yeah, when is that? Is that September
28th?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Not bad. Oh, okay. Wolfenstein is Panic Button. Okay.
Soul Calibur is not coming to the Switch. What the fuck?
That would have been so great to see it come back. I love Soul Calibur. Like, that's go.
Blaze Blue.
Yeah. Pat,
I bought this.
Jump on so I can whoop that ass.
I bought this only for Persona characters. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, see, I'm not familiar with like Persona and like Ruby and shit like that. So I don't
know any other character in that fucking game besides the Persona characters.
Dude. Oh, the Blaze Blue characters is so cool.
But SNK, I'm getting, what is it? Pocket Rumble. I'll probably be trying out.
Yeah. That's finally coming out. Oh my god.
Next month too.
Yeah.
So
Blade Strangers, don't dip out on me, Pat.
Blades. Yes, Blade Strangers.
Blade Strangers.
Definitely.
We gotta get that.
Shovel Knight looks like a
Smash Brothers.
Beast. What is that?
What's that?
Smash? Oh, it's this game.
Cool indie title?
Yeah, it's a cool indie title. There's a whole bunch of Nintendo. I don't know if you know Nintendo either. They're an indie company.
They're up and coming. I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Of course, Smash. But yeah, like I said, man, a lot of fighting games coming out. So yeah, get good, guys. GG's. But I think that wraps up episode 40. Our podcast is like an older man that's kind of questioning his life choices.
I've been on 10% of these episodes.
Wow. There you go.
Did the math. Jeez.
I did not pre-order Smash, JD.
Neither did I.
Funny story, JD. The one game I've ever pre-ordered, Nintendo game, was Odyssey, and I still don't know why. Like, I don't know why I pre-ordered that. Came with nothing. I didn't get the coin, so I messed up there.
Oh no!
I messed
cannot
up.
believe you messed up that hard.
But yeah. I don't know. That's episode 40. Thank you guys for supporting this show. Episode 50, we'll do something special, but it's been cool.
50
cool,
or
man.
52? 52 is like
52 is a full year.
Ooh, a full year.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Ooh.
Both. Why not?
Oh shit.
Oh snap.
Yeah, but Jams, it's always been a pleasure. Where can they find you?
Around.
Type something in the chat.
Okay.
Type your favorite color in the chat and people can click on you and subscribe.
My favorite color is purple.
Anyway, Joe, Where can they find you, man?
Oh man, youtube.com/Joe After Work, twitch.tv/Joe After Work. That's all you need.
Sweet. And you are here on the best channel ever.
Word.
Minty Talk. Look out. Look out for that Spirit Sphere review coming out soon, and possibly a new console. That's all I'll say there. Guys, I will see you later. Have a great day.
It's a 3DS.
It's a PS Vita.
It is not
It's a PSP. It's a Dreamcast too.
Guys, there is a Discord link in the description. I'll probably be hopping off here and playing some games on there, so join up. Thank you guys very much. Jams, be quiet. Bye. Okay.